synopsis time.
All right. Hello, everyone. How are you doing?
Hello.
Good morning.
Yes, Galaxy Jams Reacts. I am EJ, hanging out with you. Over here in the green fish t-shirt, it's Nate Sachs.
What's up, guys?
All right. And over there in the Deep Rock Galactic t-shirt, it's Mike Margrafta.
Hello. What are you guys doing?
Just hanging out Sunday afternoon, right?
Yeah. What'd you do last night, Nate?
I played a gig at Blue Moon Tap House at Waterside.
And you said that you were partying afterwards?
Oh, we went to Circuit Social for a little barcade action afterwards. But, yeah, it was popping off at Waterside last night. It was fun.
That's good.
Very cool.
What did you do yesterday?
Oh, I just hung out at the house and worked on a couple things for this, and then just kind of chilled out watching TV.
What kind of TV did you watch, EJ?
Some Ink Master, which I watch a lot of.
I heard that's
I
good.
watch a lot.
It's good.
It's fun,
When are you going to get your first tattoo?
I don't know.
I'm the same way with tattoos. I love them. But
I know what I want, but I need to go test it out with something else to make sure I'm not
like a nipple piercing or something.
No, just like a little something smaller than what I really want.
What I would do is get the design and make a frame of it and hang it in your living room. And then after like 3 or 4 months, if you still like it, you should get a tattoo.
Yeah,
that's a good idea.
That's what I did. And then after 3 or 4 months, I'm like, I'm so glad it didn't.
That's why. That's why I have Starry Night on my ass. By Van Gogh.
No. I know I still want it because it's been like 2 years since I've seen it, what I wanted, and so I've got a picture of it. I keep looking at it. I still want it.
What is it?
It's a really cool drawing,
me.
actually. Not drawing, but art piece that was painted on tile in this small little alley in Lisbon, Portugal. And it was amazing. This cool fox. He's sitting on like a throne with some bunny slippers on and a.
I want to see a mock-up of this.
I've got it on my phone. I'll show it to you after the show.
All right.
It's very, very cool. But anyway, so it was just a really kind of psychedelic, surreal kind of art piece, and just tiny little, just happened upon it in this Lisbon, like really small little alleyway.
That's awesome. I can't wait to see it adorn your your tramp stamp.
Right on your tramp stamp.
It's going to be like pretty large, so I was going to try to get something else done.
like all the way.
Yeah.
Like all the way.
Right.
Yeah, I'm definitely a fan of tattoos too, and Ink Master as well. So I need to catch up. I don't know if there's been new seasons or they just like compile.
They
all
got canceled.
Oh, they got canceled.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Well, the tattoo got removed from Spike TV or whatever it was on.
I think they had a hard time doing it during the pandemic,
and Dave Navarro was just like constantly just in his trailer. Just I'll be in my trailer.
I'll be in my trailer.
I don't know. He just seems like that.
Is that what he does? Like, is that like a thing?
No, I don't know. He just kind of seems like that kind of a guy, but he also seems really, really cool.
Yeah, he seems like he's probably really cool as well.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen the Jane's Addiction fan video from back in the day, like in the 90s? I have it somewhere. I should show it.
No, but he was in like Jane's Addiction, Red Hot Chili Peppers, I think other bands, but I'm not sure.
He did his own solo stuff too.
Yeah. And then you become a host of a tattoo show sometimes.
And he's a good host.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I just like the show. It's like a guilty pleasure.
Cool.
So we got that some music we're listening to?
We got so much coming up in the show.
Can't wait.
I'm excited about a lot of it, and a lot of it's pretty brand new, or at least within that last 6 months. We've got a brand new single from Dopapod.
Excited about that.
Like it came out today, right?
Yeah, it literally came out today.
That's awesome.
So
Dopapod's dope.
Checking that out. I love Dopapod, and I like the guy's side project Octave Cat too.
Yeah, me too. I own 2 of their records. It's awesome.
I didn't know the Dopapod guy was in Octave Cat.
Yeah, Eli Winderman,
with
who plays and the bass player from Lotus, Jesse Miller, right? That's Jesse.
I think so.
I think it's Jesse.
And also we're gonna check out a new single from Spoon.
Oh yeah, one of my faves.
Radiohead released something that was previously unreleased, so it's new to us.
Radiohead did that.
Yeah, back in September.
They're like the Beatles, kind of, where there's so much extra stuff that
Right.
they just like constantly have that. I love that. That's
So
great.
they put together, I guess, like, we'll talk about it closer to that. But Kid A and Amnesiac were supposed to be one album, and there were other songs, and basically they released it as one album,
right.
and they're going to have like 2 extra songs, and we're going to listen to one of them.
Very cool.
Also, Pigeons playing Ping Pong. Their new single came out like 2 weeks ago.
And has a great music video to go along with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of these have music videos, right?
Yeah.
Or a couple of them.
I think most of them do today.
Very cool.
Future Islands, King of Sweden.
And that's a performance from something, I think.
Yeah.
And Future Islands, they were from North Carolina. We'll get to all that. We're going to talk about the music as we go.
Yeah, we're doing also Goose. They have a new single.
Definitely up and coming band. Very excited to see where they go.
Tycho and Benjamin Gibbard. Of course, Benjamin Gibbard's from Death Cab for Cutie and Postal Service.
I just love all of that.
That's a collab. Tycho
collab.
and Ben Gibbard.
That's a
Cool.
song.
That's awesome.
One single. It just came out as a single in December. And Band of Horses had a new song and a new album in December as well. And we'll check out one of theirs. And a really creepily weird video for them.
Okay.
I think
Yeah, I heard
I
some
only
of the
watched
audio.
a little bit about it because I didn't want to spoil it for myself because I have not really heard the song. But I kind of scanned through it real quick, and I was just like, holy cow, this video is insane.
All right.
So we got all that coming up here in Galaxy Jams Reaction. You want to get into it now?
Yep. Why don't you kick it off, EJ?
All right. Well, we thank you for tuning into Galaxy Jams Reacts. We're going to check out a new single from Dopapod. It's called Grow. And their new single just came out today, so let's get into it.
Oh, the video is dope.
This jam's dope.
And the jam starts off tight. I love that clav.
This jam is sick.
Yeah, Eli, the keyboard player, he's really always doing such a good job taking the band into new places. I love seeing where he's going with this.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the clav and the funkiness of all of it just starting out is working for me. So.
Take a look left and right. You gotta look twice. A microscopic particle at the start of its life. It is temporarily fastened in a state of despair. But there's nowhere to go but up from here. Little by little.
What do you think of this? What do you think of this? I was unexpected. I don't really. I listened a little bit of Dopapod, but I didn't know they sang. I thought it was mostly instrumental.
Yeah, I think they used to be an only instrumental band for quite a while. However, they've really found their voice, so to speak.
Right.
I like all of them seem to be singing. They have like kind of a cool inflection on it. It's definitely interesting in my opinion.
Yeah, kind of rhythmatic.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely goes with that jam band vibe. Their vocals, it goes right with it, and they've definitely got an uplifting kind of happy sound on this song too.
Yeah, also Neil came in with those nice little spoon sounds during that break. I really enjoyed that.
I wonder what that actually was. I wonder what they used for that. Like, if it's like bottles. It sounds like bottles, I think. Ding, 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 ding. Yeah, and then that drum fill in. So let's keep listening.
Starting to settle like a pile of bricks. Its voice steady, balanced, and it's trying to think about how, why, and when it came to exist, and the inexplainable explanation for existence. Suddenly a voice soared up in the air.
Very nice.
I have to say, I love that going right into that little guitar lead was sick. Those vocals were very, very good.
That was reminding me of like some Little Feat or Grateful Dead right there. Or definitely Fish vibes too throughout this. But with like the vocals are a little more like with all the harmonies and stuff stacked up nicely. I don't know. I really like it.
I dig it.
That's why nothing always turns to something.
Like that was straight Fish right there to me in a good way.
Why big things have small beginnings.
I love the bass line too.
Yeah, it's scratching that itch. Little key change. Can we stop it? Yeah, I was like, can we stop it here?
Wow, that was so
really
cool.
It sounds like Emerson, Lake and Palmer, like some 70s art rock kind of stuff. Yes, I'm hearing some, that kind of prog rock.
Yeah, that cool keyboard, that synth sound that came in was sick.
Yeah, it started going in that like classical kind of formation.
Seems like a great platform for liftoff.
Definitely, I feel like we're going somewhere. That is so sick.
Woo!
That whole section
That was great.
was so much fun.
It's like Rick Wakeman. He had a lot of stuff like that where it's these ascending key changes with the organ or with the synth and that's what it's making me think of, like just straight back to the 70s prog rock thing, like I said before. So kudos to Dopapod for putting that on that track. It's really cool.
That's why nothing always turns to something. And why big things have small beginnings.
That organ.
Yeah, Eli's so good. That was nice.
Little overhanging bass line phrasing. Gotta love it. And the drums are tight.
Oh, yeah. Just super, super tight. Oh, man. I didn't want that one to be over.
Yeah, I didn't want to fade out, but we got to fade out.
I
But
guess I just got to go
And I
see
am-
them live.
100%.
they definitely got you hooked on that. They're like, we're gonna fade out so people buy tickets to come see us live. We're gonna melt their faces.
I really like how Dopapod has, jam band sensibilities with their own spin on things. And you can really tell that 3 of them actually were music students together at Berkeley Music College in Boston. And so you can really tell when each of them thrives in their own way, and when they showcase each member, they all just come together to be one solid unit. It's great.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the keyboardist is amazing. Mm-hmm. You got to love that he, used the clav to do those little kind of dissonant, funky things at the beginning.
Rhythmatic stuff, yeah.
Yeah, that's the beginning part, and then the second half of the song, he's on organ, just wailing it, and just making it happen.
He always brings it.
Yeah, and I think that their drummer Neil Fro Evans came in with that double time, right, to really take the whole thing into the stratosphere. On top of Eli just slaying it on that really old school sounding but mind melting synth sound.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
It was awesome.
And I think isn't the guitarist Rob Campa? I think that's what his name is. And
yes.
and he plays in other stuff too. He does a lot. He's very active in the jam band scene, and I like his guitar style because it kind of reminds me of John Scofield meets Trey Anastasio. It's got a lot of those good aspects of jazz and jam in there. So.
Well, everybody, check that out. Go check out their new album that comes out today. Is Dopapod with Grow.
It's a single
from that. It just came out.
Yeah,
awesome.
Love it.
Yeah,
love
so
it.
excited.
All right, well, coming up, like I said, Radiohead. We've got just Future Islands and all that kind of stuff. And we're going to be checking out those here soon. But we do want to say that we love reacting to music, but we also like playing it too. So make sure you check out Galaxy Jams Improv Jam every Tuesday night on Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. It's our live stream. It's a lot of fun. We just make it up right there on the spot. Have a lot of talking, having a good time.
It's a great time.
And then also we check out snacks.
We eat snacks.
We check them out with our mouths.
With our mouths.
Some of them we like, some of them not so much.
And then we talk about them.
And you can check out my Instagram, Nate Snacks, to get an idea of the kind of snacks I can find.
Yeah, he brings it all the time.
Can we just comment on how cool this lattice effect is that we've got? Because usually we stream during the night, and I'm right by these blinds, so we're letting it happen. But pretty soon we're gonna put up some tapestries or something like that and make it real nice in here. So
it'll be pretty.
Yeah. So up next.
Yeah, it's everybody. Welcome to Galaxy Jams Reacts. Here's Spoon. They have a song that was released on February 11th, so most recently, from an album they're having called Lucifer on the Sofa, and this one is called Wild.
Great driving beat from the start.
I was reminded every...
I'll say one thing real quick. The whole beginning of that song, and I'll have to bring them on here sometime because I really like them, reminds me of this group called... oh, no. Don't do that to me. Oh, no.
Oh, no is what they're called?
No, Kings of Convenience.
Oh, okay.
They have this really cool start to songs like that. A lot of them actually kind of have this thing.
Convenience, yeah.
Yeah, there's these two guys that play guitar and have the most crazy vocals.
I feel like also what's that other band that's OK Go? They kind of have some of these very awesome drum beats that start out the song, and it's got a thick driving thing, but it's also kind of sounds put together like parts of drums kind of put together. It's very percussive. And I also wanted to say before we keep going that Britt Daniel is a badass. He's one of my favorite rockers of this genre. So let's keep going.
I was reminded every measure, riding trade winds, buried treasure. I got on fine with modern living, but must I be such a citizen? And the world still so wild.
With the lightning.
I was lost, I've been kept on my knees.
like this song. This is really cool.
Very uplifting.
Yeah, it's just got a really, really great production. I like the production of it, and also the just the singing and everything. His voice is killer.
Oh yeah, and something about Spoon to me is just so compelling and simple at the same time. Like the guitar is just this jangly, like zigga digga digga. You know, it's got that like very simple rock, but everything comes together, and the way that he like fits his melodies and his lyrics over the stuff is so compelling. It's hard to. He's such a great artist. So yeah, let's just keep going.
I've been caught, I was lost on my knees.
The piano comes in. Very cool video too.
I looked full over all the lies and
That was a cool effect.
appealing to me, advertising, and I was living tight every night.
Oh yeah.
And the world still so wild, come to me. I was lost, I've been kept on my knees. And the world still so wild, come to me.
Yeah, I dig that. It's nice.
All right. Yeah, so the album is called Lucifer on the Sofa, and it just came out. And I listened to some of it. I just listened to the beginning of it. I hadn't heard that song yet. And it's just classic Spoon. They just know what they're doing with their music. I don't know are you familiar with Spoon?
Not really. To me, it sounded like a really a slurry of like pop, like country rock, feel good anthematic arena type of deal. The drums also had like a really unique sound to it, which I really enjoyed. And also, I want to comment on the music video as well. Really, really a lot of stylistic things that they did. It was very, very nice. The imagery, it wasn't like a cohesive story more than a collage of different imagery, which I really enjoyed.
Yeah. I cover some of their music at my gigs. I do Don't You Ever, which is a really good, really good single from way back in the 90s. I mean, this band has been going since the 90s. And even their first couple albums are like super underrated.
Oh yeah.
And everyone should, I think, check this band out from the top to bottom.
I used when Spoon first came out, I got really into them. I had like their first two albums, and then I kind of lost track of them for a while because a lot of people don't talk about them too much. Not as much as some other bands,
Yeah.
But I kind of lost track of them, and I'm really glad to hear some new stuff, and I like it. They also remind me of that band. Do you know that band Stereophonics?
No,
I've heard of them.
I'm not sure.
The vocals kind of have that same kind of sound.
I think like Cold War Kids too.
Yeah.
Or like Kings of Leon a little bit.
Yeah.
But like a little less radio forward than Kings of Leon. Yeah. But it's got the grit to his voice that matches kind of the and my dad told me this. He thinks that a lot of this music kind of was invented almost by U2. Back in,
this kind of style.
The style of guitar where
like Oasis too.
Yeah, like in Oasis, the Brit rock and that kind of era. You have these like repetitive guitar riffs that create like a really repetitive backing that the vocals kind of sit on top of, and it's that guitar style that's just like ding a ding a ding a ding.
Right, it's like it's that kind of guitar style that's not really out in the front like an Eddie Van Halen or anybody like that.
Right.
It's more of a rhythmatic tool.
Like Dave Matthews.
Exactly.
It creates a music bed.
Exactly. So We like that. The consensus is good on Spoon's new single and album.
Yeah,
so
I can't
check it
wait
out.
to check out their album that just dropped today, or on the 11th, Lucifer on the Sofa.
Yeah, on the 11th it was out. I'm enjoying it so far, so you guys should check it out too.
Welcome to Galaxy Jams Reacts. I'm glad you guys are here. Put something on the chat. We'd love to talk with you if you're watching us. Say hello. Let us know you're out there. We've got a cool thing coming up here, released in September 2021. Kid Amnesia is the name of the album.
Before we start the next thing, can we move Mike's camera a tiny bit? And
Yeah, I kind of wanted to get his light
his
back
camera
on.
his camera is making him look like he's not even there. Almost, we're working on it. We don't really usually do this during the day.
I need to get like I'm gonna get it like
There we
today.
go. How's that? That's better.
That's better. Yeah, that's way better.
I'm gonna get it today, like a new tapestry that goes behind it.
Right.
I wanted to
It's the light
see.
mess on
I
it.
need to see Mike. You know,
It's a light mess. and
we
it's
all
the
want to see
background light.
Mike. You can barely see me too, so we're gonna work on it, guys. But it's all about the music reviews today.
That's right. Galaxy Jams Reacts. We're going to be checking out this one from Radiohead. If You Say the Word. It's a bonus track, an old song that they had done. They'd never released. That was supposed to be on Kid A and Amnesiac when they were supposed to be one album. So when they went out and released that album in September, I didn't even know about it. I'm a huge Radiohead fan.
Yeah, they
And,
always have surprises for us.
Right. This one's called, they kind of bundled it together. Instead of calling it Kid A or Amnesiac, they call it Kid Amnesia.
Kid Amnesia.
Yeah. So that's what it's called. You can get it.
That's dope.
This is the song If You Say the Word. Check it out.
And they have a video to it also, which is interesting to do for an older song. Very haunting so far.
Pretty sure he's going to sing right there. But I kind of wanted to talk about the music. One thing I love about them is how they have really kind of like maybe 4 sounds there, 5 sounds at the most, but they sound so.
You mean like their sounds that they achieve?
Yeah, the
as a
songs
band?
they achieve, the layers of sound right in the beginning of that song. It's like they have drums, they have like guitars.
Oh, how many sounds are in the?
Yeah, it's
track?
like 4 or
Yeah.
5. But
Yeah.
it sounds way fuller than that.
The drums have a complexity to it with the toms that's very orchestral, and it's like filling up like the whole space in your headphone, like that. Just that backing drums,
Right.
And it almost like it becomes an atmosphere more than even a drum part
And then
at
that
the beginning.
weird guitar effect he has in there almost sounds like
Yeah.
some kind of crumbling tape.
Yeah,
Kind of like
yeah, it's like a trem with a phase with maybe like a chorus somewhere in there. I mean, Johnny Greenwood is one of my favorite guitarists. Like just from the way he beats up the instrument in all these different weird ways. Like you see him playing guitar like it's not even a guitar. Like it's his own style. And it's really cool.
I always picture him spending just hours coming up with sounds.
Yeah.
Which
There's
is like his
and
favorite
I feel like there's so much B-roll for Radiohead, which is like what we're listening to now too. That like they just never released because there's so much of it. It's kind of like earlier I mentioned the Beatles. They've just got all this stuff that they're still sitting on. It's amazing. So let's continue. I'm guessing it's remastered too and everything, you know.
If you're stuck in rainbow, shattering glass, when you miss the moment, watching it pass.
Can we pause it for a second? Just to talk about these amazing vocals.
Yeah, just haunting.
It's super haunting.
And I love the video. It really looks like a super high budget and well scripted video. Definitely enjoying that they decided to put a big budget into a song that they have already had released for many years.
The song has a soundtrack quality to it. Like it would be on a soundtrack. Like I was thinking like, well, and Radiohead actually had the chance of doing a James Bond theme once.
It's called Spectre.
It was called
very
Spectre.
good.
Yeah, and I liked it, but it ended up not being on the movie.
Yeah.
But it was a great single. But this reminds me of like that, where it's like a depressed version of James Bond or Batman or something.
Right.
Like you're going into the dark of the movie, and it's a soundtrack.
It's like
quality,
Bruce
you know?
Wayne is standing in that alleyway next to the movie theater when
Yeah.
it's raining, looking at his parents.
Yeah, I feel like it could be like on the trailer of the new Robert Pattinson Batman movie. So
Well, you know that Johnny Greenwood actually did composing for a movie, a very
for
famous
there,
movie.
There Will Be Blood, right?
There Will Be Blood, yeah.
Yeah.
Great movie. And have you seen that, Mike?
Yeah, I'm actually want to watch it again. That's all I could think of.
So-
If I have my straw in your milkshake,
Your milkshake.
something like that.
I think that there's something to be said about Johnny Greenwood, Tom York, and how they're not just rockers, they're composers. So
If you say the word, if you say the word, when you spend your life wishing a twinkling star, when you forget how lucky you
Epic.
There's that Radiohead thing that I love he does where he takes that note and he goes down like a half step and it just makes his haunting vocals sound even more haunting. It kind of almost gives it a space flare just by doing that.
Yeah, and I like how on his vocals, it doesn't even sound like words. It just sounds like dripping noise, you know? And then I love how it just now exploded into many other voices. And I just love the way that he does that.
it is hard to understand the words with Radiohead, and then when you get to know the words, or like if you like look them up and kind of study them, the song kind of like opens up.
Oh, yeah.
like a present, and that's kind of what we listened to Alt J last time.
Yeah.
And bands like that, like I feel like you don't the lyrics don't hit you as like a story when you first listen to it. You don't know what they're singing, and then it just opens up like Origami or something, you know.
Yeah, and usually, like you said, when you get to know the lyrics, they're always usually pretty compelling.
Yes.
when you change your friends' life, changing your clothes.
Those drums filling up all that space.
If you say the word, 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 if you say the word.
just got that great Radiohead sound.
I love it how it had that like theremin kind of sound that was like the higher pitch thing. It's harmonizing with his voice. It wasn't doing the same thing.
Yeah.
It was like they're very thoughtful with having stuff like that in their music. So
Definitely.
Radiohead is just this constant unfolding thing. You can always find new secrets every time you listen to them, and I think that's why they're so loved all throughout the world.
The one thing about Radiohead that has always surprised me is like I've been listening to them, ever since their first album, Pablo Honey, came out, and they've changed every album. It's just like insane, and a lot of times we kind of talked about it on a previous stream, but a lot of times the difference was so jarring. Sometimes they put out an album like Kid A or something like that, and I would just be like, I don't know if I like this at all.
yeah, and then it grows on you.
And then you just keep listening to it, and then you're just like, wait a minute, I got it.
right. It takes time though, and
Yeah.
I love bands like that. Yeah, we did talk about this last time. Bands that you either stay the course for your sound, or you like experiment with your sound, and Radiohead experiments with it. And I feel like Tom York is like sort of an experimental music like messiah of sorts. Like he's just this character that he's like, in my opinion, the epitome of like a true artist. I know that sounds really, great. I don't know, but just like he just exudes artistry.
Yes. It's like everything he does. Like
Da Vinci.
Yeah.
He's like a musical Da Vinci.
He is.
Tom York, we love you.
We're glad you're here with us for Galaxy Jams Reacts. We're going to get right into it with a new song. It's only been out 2 weeks from Pigeons playing ping pong. And
Psychedelic funk jam band from Baltimore.
Yeah, I think we should just get into it. It's a single off of, just a single actually. Brand new release 2 weeks ago. Pigeons playing ping pong, Elefante.
A lot of their videos have this funny kind of style to it.
Oh my God.
They got some furries.
A pinch of promise and truth.
Fire in the sky, tugs on the trigger. Panic in your mind, flows down the river.
I think I'm following suit, yeah.
Tempest on the rise as you consider whether to find what is forbidden.
It's just a bite of fruit.
First off, love the video.
Oh my God, they're really taking it in a direction.
Mike's
so
loving
funny.
it. Mike it's taking you all the way back to Magfest, I think, right now.
It's bringing out my inner furry.
Mine's faked as a glimmer. Devil says that I'm built like a swimmer.
The rest is up to you. Everybody do the disco funk. Alright, yeah. Guys are naughty. Prove it through your junk. If you're sloppy, truth will chew you up. Alright, yeah. It's a party. Choose what grooves you up.
You can't go around horns.
Oh, yeah.
Those are so killer.
I mean,
Yeah, they're called Here Comes the Mummies. That's the name of
Oh, yeah,
a
the
horn
Mummies.
section.
Oh, sweet.
Is that the horns in this one too? Yeah, 'cause
Yeah,
they've
they were
collabed
featured
before.
in the song.
Yeah, they've collabed before. The Mummies are really cool. Or Here Comes the Mummies.
Yeah, Alex Petropoulos is doing a great job holding it down on the drums. He's really come to shine. I know he joined the band. He wasn't there at the beginning, however, he's really having his own voice with the band.
He's got chops for days, and in this video, I like how he's playing like a little tiny drum set because his real kit is actually pretty sizable. I mean, he just tears the kid apart when you see him live. He's amazing. And also something about the video to me that's like there's something to say about the campiness and kind of the corniness that they're like laying into that it just makes you smile. Like you just give into it and it's fun and it's making me laugh. So I like that quality of it too.
It's definitely it makes you think, no matter what, if you don't even know this band, that they're just a party.
Infectious band, infectious grooves.
Great stuff.
it's time to face
Nice.
your decision. Try to recognize the face in the mirror. Who is that staring at you? Straighten out your eyes, unblur your vision. Try to keep the line, skip the collision. The traffic's following you, yeah.
I love that vocal. It's
Expect a
funny.
ride free from decision. Every surgeon finds blood with decision. The scalpel's on the move. But if you survive bumps in the river, you will live to find a life worth living. Express the best in you. Everybody to the disco funk. Alright, yeah.
This kind of actually reminds me. The two sounds, the sounds of the verse and the sounds of the chorus, kind of reminds me if there was like a Red Hot Chili Pepper, Jamiroquai infusion.
I can hear the Jamiroquai and kind of the Chili Pepper thing.
yeah,
I
kind of
get
just
what
on
you're
this
saying.
song. I'm saying.
Oh, especially on the verse though, too.
Yeah. Yeah, it just reminds me of like old school
California,
Chili Peppers.
California. You know,
Yeah.
I don't know. That would be the Red Hot Chili
And then it
Peppers.
goes Jamiroquai right there in the chorus part.
Also, I had this funny thought like during the video that it's like Nick Kroll made a jam band.
Yes, I can totally see that.
like Nick Kroll's playing all these like characters in the band, like especially Greg, whose nickname is Scrambled Greg,
Mm-hmm.
actually, and he's a great performer, but just seems he's very comedic, and I
Yeah.
like that about
If you don't
him.
know who Nick Kroll is, just to say that he's on The League, which is a very funny show about sports.
He
betting.
does a lot of stuff in Big Mouth.
Football
and
League.
He has his own show.
Big
the
Mouth, yeah.
Nick Kroll show
Nick
is what I
Kroll
was
show.
thinking. Like this would be like the little jam band
Yeah,
aside in Nick Kroll show.
Yeah, I love this. It's great.
Lies are naughty, prove it through your junk. If you sloppy, truth will chew you up.
That dude's sick.
Alright, yeah, ow. It's a party, choose what grooves you up.
Jeremy Schoen on guitar.
Real quick, I always like when the band is just popping and is going like nice and rhythmic and faster, and then the guitar's just slowly laying the lead over there. It's getting ready to rip.
Yeah, I mean he's being very melodic and simple for this part of the solo, and using that wah expressively, just from a guitarist standpoint. But he's being very melodic instead of like shreddy so far. So. Nice break.
Baby's out to find me all the time. Stuck the hook and line in to my spine, pushing me to ride this wrong design. It's fine, I'll shake it all up. Everybody to the disco funk. Alright, yeah, lies are naughty, prove it through your junk.
The furries are getting me, man. It's so funny.
If you sloppy, truth will chew you up. Alright, yeah, it's a party, choose what grooves you up.
Oh my God! You
I
know,
love the face on Alex at the end. That's
Yeah,
so
that's
funny.
great. I'm just gonna leave it up there.
There's nothing I like more than watching Pigeons playing ping pong save the princess, especially when the princess is their lead vocalist, Greg Ormond.
That is a great one, man. That looked like a fun time to just shoot that.
Yeah, and it
I'll-
was like just a collage of like different ideas that came together. There's some Monty Python stuff in there.
Yeah, I've been following Pigeons like for a while. They played at Jewish Mother backstage in like 2011 or something.
Which is a small, modest-sized venue.
Tiny, pretty much. And now it's Chicho's backstage. But it's been a bunch of things. And anyways, my band Reckless Passengers opened for them, and I got to go up on stage and play saxophone with them one time. So what's up, Jeremy? What's up, guys? You know, I don't know if you remember me, but I played sax with you like 10 years ago.
Yeah, you know, I had the opportunity to open up for Pigeons when they were very small and still playing the festival circuit. And, you know, I think that they're one of the smartest, brightest guys and know exactly what they're doing. You guys mentioned that they sound like Red Hot Chili Peppers and Jamiroquai.
In that song, yeah.
Right. I'm also getting a lot of vibes of Talking Heads. And also I hear a lot of like P-Funk, like
Oh, yeah,
Parliament
definitely.
Funkadelic. You know, they're really going for a nice, feel-good disco song, which everyone can get down to, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
They're definitely like doing this. The whole style is play that funky music, white boy.
Right.
Like they're just taking that song and that demand for white boys playing funky music and fulfilling it.
It was
you know, who can say anything bad about that? For real.
enjoyable. Again, that was released February 11th. No, not February 11th. Here it is. 2 weeks ago. So about
They've had a great trajectory, like throughout their career. Like, I mean, they played Tap House, Norfolk Tap House. They played a bunch of small places around here, and another band that that played some small places around here that we're gonna listen to later was Goose.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I feel like Goose and Pigeons, these bird bands, have really taken flight.
You can have a bird battle.
Yeah, they're bird bands.
Hey, thanks for listening to Galaxy Jams Reacts and having us here with you, enjoying a Sunday. We're doing this on a Sunday today. We're checking out the new song from Future Islands.
Oh yeah,
And I do believe is this the one that's off of Stephen Colbert? It's like a live
yeah. I
performance.
think it's on Colbert Show.
All right. As King of Sweden is the new single from them. Came out February 16th, so let's check it out.
Performing their new single, King of Sweden, Future Islands.
I was on the F train, thinking about a holiday. I was on the M1, dreaming about the getaway. Let's like reset, in-flight headset, feeling like I'm 15, wandering with the misfits.
You took it off.
Take it all off, baby. All right.
So what do you think?
I've never heard a band, a vocalist that sounds like that before.
Yeah, it's a unique voice.
Yeah, he's been doing this unique display of his vocals for a long time now, and they actually are from North Carolina. Sam Herring, he has a really interesting vocal style. It's really cool, and I think they went to East. I think they played around the ECU area because my friend Matt Lawler, I think knew them or something, and or just watched their trajectory upward, and they really got somewhere with this unique vocal. That's like a big part of it.
So are they from the Greenville, North Carolina area?
I think they are. Yeah.
Oh, I went to ECU.
Yeah,
That's
I
nice.
think they're actually from that area, if I'm not mistaken. And Sam, the singer of this, he's also on a Bad Bad Not Good song, which is a jazz collective. So he's done some collabs over the years too that are worth checking out. So let's keep going.
Sweet, unsweetened, and Eve uneven. The lights trail like incense.
Sounds like a creature of some kind. In the best way.
Nothing said could change me. Where you go, I go. Just saying I'm me. But you are all like me. I met the king of Sweden. Widows walking in the headlights.
The music is very 80s.
Yeah, it's super retro 80s.
Yeah.
I like the driving bass.
Yeah.
And,
I'm still trying to place his voice
It
because
sounds
it's so
like
unique.
it sounds like modern crooning and like your drunk uncle at the Christmas party.
Yeah, I mean, I can hear that. He's a good performer
Yeah.
too. I mean, he said he did the confetti thing at the time, and
Right.
he's got that David Byrne thing going on.
Yeah.
With the stage performance. I think his voice to me, it's like it's kind of like Tom Waits ish, but like with more of a, I don't know, it's
More
hard-
melodic,
more
in a way,
melodic, but like it's got that interesting guttural tones when, and he does these like creature like kind of
Accents.
like accents,
Yeah.
yeah, these things that are unnatural, but it's kind of his own style.
And it matches with the way he stalks on stage all around.
It does match with his movements.
Yeah, and it's funny you guys are listening to their new song because I mean they've been around for a while, and I think honestly, EJ, I think you'd like this band in general because they just have a very unique sound, mixing the '80s kind of. I don't know how to describe the backing music, kind of dance pop.
Yeah.
Um,
It's kind of like sounds like the 80s, but has some new stuff in it where it's
yeah,
kind of just, it's like.
it also reminds me
kind
of
of go in between genres there.
It also reminds me of The National, which is a
Yeah,
good band, you
yeah.
know, with an interesting voice that kind of brings it all together. And yeah, I've always wanted to see this band live. I've never seen them live, but they have a cool stage presence.
I'm sure. Let's get back into it.
Drowning in a big girl, frozen in a red light. I'm always flying,
Final costume change,
so I'm always
final form.
losing my emotion.
He looks kind of like Dave Matthews there.
Desert island,
A little bit.
look just like heaven. 7 alligator 7 spoke to the reverend, still filthy with aggression.
I love his emotions.
We slept tight in tents. The moon was loaded in incense. Watched the sun on the horizon. Here in the distance. You are all like me.
Ah,
I love that dance, man. Holy shit.
Nothing said could change a thing.
He's killing it.
Where you go, I go. Just saying I'm me. You are all like me.
Oh my god.
Dude, he's going off, man. Look at him.
I feel like we're watching a total transformation of a man
Right.
right before our very eyes.
Yeah.
I
just
love
like,
that assessment.
I mean,
That's like,
how theatrical he is.
oh my gosh! And
Really
he
cool.
goes, and it's like watching George Costanza have like a reaction to getting high for the first time or something.
You are all like me. Oh, you are all like me.
Dance.
By the way, the George Costanza references I love. Like I just love this style, the style this guy has.
There is so much more.
This part sounds like MGMT kind of a little bit. He's like, "You feel me?"
Man, they killed it.
Oh man, that was so good.
Yeah.
Future Islands, everybody! That's it for the Late Show 2.
It does remind me a lot of MGMT mixed with Modest Mouse if their singer was
Yeah.
like way more relaxed, right? So if he wasn't so much like aggressively screaming at you, which is what the guy from Modest Mouse likes to do.
Yeah.
It really reminds me of Sam Herring.
Yeah. Man, I love that performance too. And I don't know, it's just like he's at the peak of artistic expression, this
Oh,
guy.
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
he doesn't have to do, and the same thing with Spoon, what I said before, is like how it's very compelling.
Mm-hmm.
Like, but simple.
Yeah,
It's super simple and compelling.
a lot of people don't, even singers, especially they don't emote as much as that on stage. But when you actually see somebody do that live, like the guy from like Maynard from Tool does that a lot.
Yeah.
And also, there was this band that used to come down when I used to live on the Outer Banks of North Carolina. From Richmond, they're called Frog Legs, and I got to find. I know
Frog Legs was with like Jimmy Herring, right?
I'm not sure who.
Frog
they're-
Wings. No,
Yeah,
I'm
Frog
thinking
Wings.
something else.
But I
Never
know there's some video out there. I'll bring it up to you guys sometime and let you see it. And I'll bring it on the show. We'll react to it. But he was a great front man. Like he did exactly that kind of thing. But you're like at the pit in Kill Devil Hills, and he's just like blowing your mind. He's like right in front of you, like acting like he was on a stage like that. And so seeing those kinds of people do really theatrical like that on stage, it's a lot of
Yeah,
fun.
the whole entire thing just to me felt like a midlife crisis. And what that I mean by that is like it felt like someone who's like in a rut and stuck in their ways, and then they find something that breaks them out of their shell and then just become a whole new person. And I felt like the
Yeah.
performance sounded
Yeah.
like that. His
I think
personal
instead of
performance
a-
looked like that.
Instead of a midlife crisis, I think I get what you're trying to say. There's a transformation of like and evolving during the
Well,
performance.
I think it kind of looked like him too because he came on stage wrapped in like a shawl. He was bent over.
Yeah, maybe
he
that's
looked
what
like
he was going
like
for,
the
yeah.
shodden, ridden of a person.
No, I
and then
think-
he takes off the shawl, and all of a sudden he's standing up a little bit straighter. He's walking around a little bit more, right? And then
Yeah.
he starts getting more and more enthusiastic. He gets back into normal clothes. He starts jumping up and down and stuff like that. It's something that reminds me.
Yeah, it was like the evolution of man
Yeah.
in like David Byrne's like head or
Right,
something,
right,
yeah.
right.
I can definitely see what you're saying. I really like that performance, and I think he knocked it out of the park for national television too. you know?
Yeah, I'm excited to hear the rest, whatever album that the single ends up on. Definitely excited to hear it.
Yeah, they came out on February 16th, so not
Yeah,
too long
definitely
ago, last
reach
week.
back. You guys should reach back and check out Future Islands. I think you'd like them in general. So
They're really cool. Everybody, thank you for joining us on Galaxy Jams Reacts. We're going to get into one from Goose now. It's a new single. It just came out. They also, it says here, they sold out Red Rocks 6 months in advance.
Yep, and actually the pass code to enter into like a special lottery system or to get pre-sale tickets was called Born, which is named after this song that we're about to listen to.
before it was Stonks. Like
Stonks.
yeah, one time their code was Stonks.
Nice.
But I know this because I like Goose and I bought some tickets and seen them live.
You invested in
I
some
invested
stonks?
in some stonks. So let's invest in some stonks and listen to Goose.
Yeah, here's Born, their new single.
Quality videos of like just in this frame. They have a drummer and a percussion player, so you're hearing that. they have a good way of having subtle changes in their music. Like it goes to a different dynamic, but it's not like drastic. It's subtle, and I think that's really cool.
Hits me heavy with the nostalgia. It makes me feel like I'm going back to my hometown.
Back to your hometown.
Just started, now I'm shown around. Just what we were born to.
That's a nice little stop.
Yeah. Can we stop it for one second? I just wanted to kind of talk about the influences that I'm hearing before I forget.
Oh, yeah.
Is Goose, when you see them live, they're like a jam band. Like they are so jam heavy and peaks on peaks on peaks. And that's why people love them so much. They put it on a great show. But the single and a lot of their writing, to me, reminds me of like OAR or like Dispatch.
Yes.
Or those bands where
Yeah.
it's like a pop sensibility over this kind of like world music thing.
Absolutely.
And maybe like Rusted Root or
Yeah.
like bands like that. And it's surprising. It's surprising because like when you go see them, they have all these different things happening. But when you listen to their music, they're putting a depth into it that kind of hits those.
Really
those
kind of
influences.
concentrating more on the songwriting than jamming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're giving us a real song here and a really good video. So let's keep watching.
It's coming up. It's moving every open, closed pin, move closer to us. Lies. It's not mine. 'Cause if it's angry, boneless, cold as hell, it's not mine. I'm not tired. I'm not bored at all.
I'm getting some more My Morning Jacket vibes too, a little bit.
Just started, now I'm shown around. Just what we were born to.
I do really like this song. I'm going to say this about the imagery of this video. It's shot very simple, but very well.
Yeah, well, a little backstory is Goose made their own movie, and they've done some film experimentations, and they actually have a movie on Amazon Prime called Bingo Tour, which is mostly live footage and a show. But then they did a movie that went with Shenanigans Nightclub, their last album, and they've been making these films. So they've got a high production value because they really have a good management team and a really good business going on there. I mean, they're killing it. So it's reflected in this video, I think. What do you think, Mike?
Think it looks and sounds good.
Yeah, and also I wanted to say that from a musical standpoint, the verse and the main part of the song is over one chord.
Right.
And I like that.
Yeah.
I like it's because then they're really working on a feeling more than like a parts, like having parts of a song kind of coming at you. It's like they focus on creating a feeling over one chord and something.
I someday, oh, someday I will lay my head down. Oh, someday, oh, someday I will lay my head down.
I like how clean this part is.
It reminds me of like Switchfoot or something.
Someday,
Like kind of has some Christian-y, but not in a bad way, but just that inspiration.
Right.
my head down.
I think
Unexpected way of it ending.
I think it goes into another song because
Ah.
they do that on their albums, and I think they're really focused on creating a cohesive body of work now, which is cool to watch them do. Because before, I think when they were coming up, they were just kind of like doing the jam band thing, and this is not the jam band thing
No,
at all.
no, it's just a good song.
But this is kind of like their farmhouse. You know what I mean? Where
Yeah.
a jam band can jump out and do something sentimental and, giving conflicting emotions of what they normally do, right?
Yeah.
And so I truly think that there's nothing wrong with a band branching out to
Some
do
of
new
the-
things.
Some of their songs that they already wrote have this this emotion and this kind of like a deep emotion to it, and I like that about Goose. When you go see them, they get into these inspirational kind of things, kind of like Dispatch. I would say Dispatch kind of makes you feel like that, like you're almost at a spiritual show, like maybe Nako and the family. What's that? Nako,
Nako and
the Family Medicine.
Yeah.
Something like
that.
bands like that, where it's like you go and you're kind of at a Jack Johnson concert, but you're kind of at like an arena concert where it's like a big emotion happening through the crowd.
Anthematic,
Yeah.
designed for big spaces, designed for all-encompassing emotions.
And also before I forget, more influences or things I'm hearing is like maybe Vance Joy kind of has that radio quality of a Vance Joy song, and Lord, I think it's Lord Huron. Lord Huron is kind of a artist that to me they have these atmospheric kind of country-ish kind of things, like alt country.
Yeah, if you swapped the vocals out with a country lady, right, then it would totally be like a
Yeah, like
straight
Carrie
up
Underwood
Tennessee
song.
type
Right.
of deal, right?
Yeah, I
Like
was trying to-
Nashvilleian.
I
Yeah.
was trying to say how I liked how they brought that element of country music into that. It was
It has
nice.
the slides in there, and
Yeah.
and then the video also complements that aesthetic.
Definitely. I
So-
could. Yeah. If you replaced it and did it with, like you was saying, a country lady.
Yeah.
That would be great.
Yeah, really excited to see
'Cause
where
I was
Goose goes from this.
born. 'Cause I was born in a house, like
Right.
that my father built. I don't know that I can definitely hear that, like the backing track. It's funny
Yeah.
that you said that, Mike, because it's like the backing track could you swap out the vocal and that really does hit home. So
Yeah, definitely. That was funny. Thanks for joining us on Galaxy Jams Reacts. We got some Band of Horses. We're going to be checking out something that came out in December of 2021 here in a minute. But first, I always try to follow this guy's producers. Tycho, you know who Tycho is?
Oh, I love Tycho.
You introduced me
Can't
to
wait.
Tycho.
yeah, I've heard Tycho and I like what I've heard.
Yeah, well, he teamed up with Benjamin Gibbard from Death
Benjamin.
Cab for Cutie, the Postal Service. My mouth won't work right now.
Death Cab for QB
Like Cutie.
for Qbert.
And then Scott Hansen, who's Tycho. He's like an electronic producer, if you don't know who he is.
That sounds like a good combo, so I'm excited to hear this.
Yeah, because Tycho's last album had vocals on it. I think it was like one of the first times it had vocals on it.
Oh yeah, they're usually instrumental, right?
And he wanted to, he felt like something was missing. It was supposed to be instrumental. And he was like, well, maybe I should give this to somebody to see if they could do something. So he sent it to Ben Gibbard. And he said the first time I heard it, it was perfect. And that's pretty much it.
Let's hear that perfection.
Galaxy Jams Reacts, checking out Tycho and Benjamin Gibbard. It's just a single, came out December 2021, Only Love.
Only love will save this place. Only love will save this place. Only love will save this place. Only love will save this place.
chances missed, no savior to arrive.
I really like it.
Wow.
Yeah, it has that classic Tycho
Oh, yeah.
imagery, and
Yeah.
I think that's one thing that he's known for is having a really, really distinct visual quality to all of his designs.
Yeah, it like looks like his album's cover art, but just moving and doing all these transitions, which is not a bad look.
The other thing I dig is just that same Tycho drum sound, same Tycho guitar that he uses, that delayed guitar.
It
in
almost
the bass is
reminds
perfect.
me. Yeah, it almost reminds me of like LCD Sound System,
Right.
but then with Ben Gibbard singing, but similar. And then what I'm getting some other vibes, but
Phoenix.
yeah, Phoenix.
I gotta say Phoenix.
Phoenix,
like every show.
and then there was something else that I was hearing, but I'll have to get back to it. But it like Ben Gibbard's voice goes really well with this type of production. So
Just in the nick of time.
yeah.
Only love will save this place. Only love will save this
Very Beatles-esque.
The harmony.
No screaming to the sky, no restless guns, no wounds inflicted.
The words
Again, something we talked about earlier, going a call back here in the show. U2 has that U2 sound to it, like we were talking about earlier.
I definitely hear that. It's the repetition of the textures in the background that, and then against the beat, that creates just a pad for the vocal to bounce off of. And I think it's funny to hear it out or to say it out loud, but I think U2 kind of invented that almost.
Yeah, and even in the melody line he's singing is
yeah.
very U2.
And I like how he gets really bubbly and like I don't know, like you kind of don't expect some of the vocal lines to go where they go. Like I think
Yeah.
he and it reminds me of Beck too, which I was trying to say earlier.
Definitely.
No villains outrun, no waiting for a flame to burn us down again. Only love will save this place. Only love will save this place.
Like the halftime. The amount of delay that he puts on stuff is superb.
Especially when the part like deserves it.
Yeah, and it's
know.
very kind of slow. It's like one little thing that just rings out, and it just takes you in outer space.
Yeah, it really gives me a Black Moth Super Rainbow vibe, actually.
Yes,
I can hear that. And or like some Flaming Lips, like when they get real trippy. And I feel like when I'm listening to this, I'm like in a tantric yoga session at Firefly Island with
Right.
my girlfriend who's talking about
She's
like
rubbing cocoa butter
she's-
while
and she's talking about the spirit molecule or whatever.
You're like, yes.
I'm
yeah.
like, tell me, Mom.
And I'm like, this is the life, you know.
No voices of anger, no threshing fist,
no ultimatums, no last chances missed, no savior to arrive,
Filtering.
just in the nick of time.
Oh yeah. Oh, this reminds me of Gautier too.
These are one of those albums, and most albums do, but these especially because I've heard them over here at Mike's. The vinyl, when you get into like one of the vinyl systems, has nice subs and everything into it. These songs that he does, Tycho, and his sound is just amazing.
And one of those things, because like I know his entire career, essentially, I'm a huge fan of Tycho, is that a lot of his stuff doesn't sound, it sounds very produced and doesn't have that like raw acoustic band sound. And so I think that one thing that this song has is that acoustic drum kit where it sounds like this could be performed live as opposed to a lot of his other material, which it doesn't.
Yeah, the drum kit almost has like a Tame Impala-esque like kind of quality, like that retro, like psychedelic rock drums. And man, I really like this song. I hope there's more either collabs that make sense with Tycho that are like, you know, that work like this, or just more with Ben Gibbard, to be honest, because I really like this a lot.
Yeah, this was only...
Really cool. Wow.
Definitely very, very, very cool.
That's one of my favorite things that we found.
And if you can see the preview of the other two videos that it's asking us to see, they have the same exact sort of motif. It's really interesting how visual is as much of a medium of his release as audio is.
The end of that song reminded me of Making Mirrors, which is an album by Gautier.
Okay.
It's what somebody that I used to know is on, but then the rest of the album has these like that quality where it's kind of like electronic synthy against all these like lush harmonies, and God, I'm a sucker for that. I love it.
Yeah, I truly, truly enjoyed that track.
Yeah, me too. I'm a fan of every single person involved and can't wait to see more.
Well, we got one more thing that we're doing here. I'm going to check out a new one from Band of Horses, and I did a tiny little check-in on this video. I was just watching a tiny little bit of it. I didn't want to spoil it for myself because I haven't heard the song at all. But it's kind of a weird video, and I think that that's going to be just as enjoyable as probably the song.
And I think this is a band that I've listened to a lot, and they had the signature style like for a while. And then they had this obvious like thing where they went off track from that. Right. And I kind of lost track. I kind of lost track of them, like you said, with Spoon. Right. Like I know Band of Horses as like kind of almost as classic as like the Shins. Right. In that realm of music, but there's this specific point where they started changing their sound and their band structure. So.
Yeah, they've gone more back to it. I think they didn't. They worked with a different producer on that album that you're talking about. Yeah, it almost came out like they were just Crosby, Stills, and Nash.
Yeah, there was an album in there that was like out of their kind of just went off into a different thing. But anyways, they have this great vocal style that I love, and I can't wait to hear the new track.
Yeah, Galaxy Jams Reacts. It's Band of Horses. It came out December 2021 from the album Things Are Great. It's in need of repair. Let's check it out.
Peanut butter jelly, bitch.
Well, hey, what's the matter? You can't do all the things that we used to do, and it sucks, and it's bad.
I'm sitting in my usual chair, feeling the walls around me closing. I'm in a state of disrepair and try to make it till the morning. It's not enough. It's not enough. Day from
Can we pause it? What? This video.
Yeah, what is going on?
I told you I watched a little
I
bit
feel
of
like
it.
this video is done by like Wes Anderson's like cousin or something.
Well, if you kind of look at what I
love
was
it.
looking at earlier, in need of repair, right? So all these people are augmenting themselves to try to do something better for whatever problem they're having, and so they're all in need of repair.
But then it lashes out against
they make the wrong decision.
something. I don't. Yeah, I'm getting some. You have to like kind of watch the video a couple of times to get the whole thing, maybe. But
Yeah.
it's definitely artsy. Shot very well too.
Staying friends is really fantastic. We'll be together from the cradle to the casket. Well, maybe it's been a while since I talked with you. I heard about what you're going through, and it's crazy. Shit's crazy. You're dealing with a dilemma and running out of air, but holding
I like that walk up.
together with a piece of tape in need of repair. It's not enough. It's not enough.
All right, I love the song. I'm going to talk about the song real quick, but the video is kind of distracting when it goes to
Right.
The video is
right.
great.
I love the video. Though. Look at their eyes.
Yeah, you know, the beginning
so
of it,
creepy.
the guitar reminded me a lot of Minus the Bear.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, Band of Horses and Minus the Bear, I think, kind of were in the same era of
Yeah.
of coming up, and Minus the Bear was more like electronic, glitchy, and tapping, a lot of guitar techniques. Where Band of Horses, I think, comes straight out of folk rock
Or
into
sonic.
the
Right.
It's like indie folk rock, but I'm very happy with where they're back at, like with their music here, because. Like I had said, I kind of I like that classic Band of Horses sound.
Yeah, it's very, very cool. I always like how they have like tons and tons of like reverb and stuff on his vocals, and it just makes his vocals sound gigantic.
Yeah, and the melodic structure is very pleasing, and then on the chorus it goes up into this high. It's not enough, you know. It's like not enough. It's like they take the song somewhere. I feel like they're very good at putting that chorus up in that upper echelon, and then the other thing that I think it sounds like there was something I just lost it, but sorry. It's hard to do it.
The video. I'll say this about the video real quick. The video, I just absolutely, the imagery is so much fun to watch. It's like I've seen it now like up to this point twice.
Yeah,
I
I
don't even know what
like
happens
the
after.
video. Oh, I wanted to mention a band from Richmond called Illiterate Light
Okay.
that we should check out at some point. It has a very signature sound that sounds similar to this, and I love the influence I think they get from Band of Horses. So, yeah.
Let's get back to it.
Even in the night,
What's he up to?
the ones you love, you only hurt the ones you love. Every day and night, from I find my place back at the table.
Totally not fake.
What that tongue do?
Gonna be fine.
Does the guy have tongue envy?
What's that tongue do, baby? It reminds me of MGMT now. The video, MGMT has these like crazy out there videos with, odd body language I think that's what's happening. Like, and the eyes of these people are kind of freaking me out throughout this whole video.
Absolutely.
Everything's gonna be fine. What's my problem? I need repair. Need a
Classic.
repair. Need a repair. Need a repair. Need a repair.
Paid for by computer tax. Repair your taxes.
The
With-
only way to do taxes on the computer.
That was like Tim and Eric Awesome Show directing a acoustic sort of soft rock
Yeah.
music video.
Who's to say that didn't happen? Because Tim and Eric actually have directed music videos before. And I definitely get the Tim and Eric vibes that you just mentioned. I love that video. I want to make a video like that one day. I just like creepy videos.
Yeah. Well, it's always nice when a band can take big risks.
Definitely.
And like I said, Illiterate Light kind of like I think is the torchbearer for like Band of Horses sound. Or kind of that My Morning Jacket also is in that category. And also a little reference, I have a song called Stereo that mentions Band of Horses.
Oh.
Yeah, it says like when that band of horses tramples down my door, I ride them on down to the record store.
Nice.
Yeah, so check that out. Stereo by Nate Sachs. There's a little plug there for my own song. But Band of Horses was a big inspiration for me at that time of my life.
I really liked them when they first came out, and so they had two really good albums on the first two albums. I really liked a lot, I kind of lost track of them as well. But one great experience that I had with Band of Horses was that they were supposed to play the Virginia Beach Amphitheater, opening up for Kings of Leon. This was years ago.
Oh yeah,
It was around that time, I think, of the second album, and Kings of Leon had a split pretty much that day, completely broke up for a little bit, or I don't know if they're still broken. I don't think so.
no, they came out
with
with some more music.
I think for
since then.
it was the lead singer had
they were like
exhaustion
brothers
or
too,
something.
or something.
Yeah.
yeah.
But anyway, so instead of just saying, "Oh well, I guess that's canceled," Elevation 27 is. It used to be Jewish Mother, and
Hilltop.
they played there instead.
Yeah, I think I actually saw that show.
I was there. That was a great show.
That was a while. I was a lot younger. I played some shows at that venue too a long time ago.
And
R.I.P. Jewish Mother.
Yes, I used to love playing there. But the thing about what was really cool about it, they were really enjoying playing the small venue again, and
Right.
And they kept talking about it.
It's kind of refreshing, I'm sure, when you're on tour with big bands like that, Kings of Leon. And I think I saw them at the Norva too later. They played the Norva once, and it was a great show.
Yeah.
So,
Great
Band of Horses.
Love them. Well, that's it for Galaxy Jams Reacts. We're going to try to do this around the same time every weekend, probably, or something like that.
We
We'll
love
let
you
know.
guys.
And we love you guys, and thank you for checking it out. Again, we also do Galaxy Jams, which is our live stream show every Tuesday at 8 p.m. You can catch us on Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter, and we'd love to see you there and have you commenting and play a lot of great improv music. We also play around with some snacks and eat some good snacks that Nate Snack Attack
That's
brings
right.
in. And we also, talk a bit about
We're
stuff.
on TikTok too, so
Yes.
please, if you're on TikTok, follow us on TikTok. We need 1,000 followers to stream on TikTok, and we're putting up some funny videos as we go.
That's right.
So check that out, and also our Bandcamp, where you can find our music that we do from the streams. We are doing it for our enjoyment, but also yours.
That's right.
Thank you guys so much for watching. See you next time, Tuesday at 8 p.m., right here at the Starfire Studios. Galaxy Jams.